Okay, in this lesson, we're going to get away from chords for a little bit, take a little break. We've been doing that a lot. So I want to talk again about relative minor scales. We know our major scale, and we talked briefly about how every major scale has a relative minor scale. And what that means is they share the same notes. So let's go down here to C and use C as an example. We know in our C major scale that the notes are C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, in that order. There's no sharps or flats. So the relative minor will have the same notes. And if you remember from a previous lesson, to find the relative minor, you just go back 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. That will be your relative minor. In this case, it's A. So A minor will also have the same notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, back to A. So they have the same notes, they just start in a different place. So what I want to talk today about is connecting the relative minor to the major scale. So just some exercises, but this is something you want to get used to, connecting scales. You want to get used to connecting relative scales. This is going to be useful when you start playing lead and improvising. That way you can move all over the neck in the same scale. So let's take a look at how we can connect C major and A minor. One way you can do it, you can start on C with your pinky. So we're going to start on the 8th fret with our pinky. We're basically going to play a C major scale using the A minor fingering. So you're going to start on the 8th fret with your pinky. Okay, so 8th fret with your pinky. Then we're going to play the 5th fret of the A string with our first finger, which is basically the beginning of the second line of an A minor scale. So A minor, right there. So we're basically starting with the 3rd note of an A minor scale, which is C. So 5th fret, first finger. Then we go, now we're just playing the fingering of an A minor scale. So 3rd finger, 7th fret, 4th finger, 8th fret, like our A minor scale, just following our A minor scale. 5th fret, D string, 7th fret, D string. Now we're going to keep going, that pinky stretch we do in our A minor scale, to the 9th fret. You go up one more, now you're back to C. We've completed one octave. But now we're back in the position of our C major scale. So we've went from an A minor fingering and slid and ended up in our C major fingering. Now you could go back and just use the major scale. It's the same thing. We're just basically playing the C major scale on a different part of the neck. You could go back the same way you came. Okay, so that's one way. Practice that. Now let's act as though we're playing an A minor and borrow some of its fingerings from C major. So we'll start like we're playing an A minor scale. Now at this point, we're going to shift into the fingering of a C major scale. And that would be the second octave of A minor. So you go back down the C major scale. Now we're back in the E minor fingering. So one more time. That's our A. Now we could go just like what we did. But when we go back, we can go back in a different place. Let's go back using the minor fingering. Now we're in the minor scale fingering. I'll do that one more time from here, from our A. This is our major scale fingering. Now we're sliding into our minor scale fingering. So there's a lot of different ways that you can connect these scales. You could go in here and shift up to the major scale. Now I'm in the minor scale fingering. So I would encourage you to practice connecting these scales in different places. This is going to be very, very important when we go to playing lead and improvising. This is the way you get around the neck. And you see those guys and they're playing all fast and crazy solos and they're all up and down the neck. That's how they're doing it. They're connecting their scales. They know the relative scales all over the neck. So practice connecting your minor and your major scale in different keys. And that's going to give you a big advantage when we go to playing solo and playing lead guitar.